Good morning. So I don't know how much you may or may not have been following Command AV's progress on Instagram, but recently you may have seen that we've been busy renovating our office and we are building a little demo space better than the previous demo booth we had. As you can see at the moment it's quite a mess. For today I am going to concentrate on sanding down the wall at the back there, which as you can see there's some patchwork on the left hand side where that used to be a doorway that was patched up, but it wasn't quite the same depth as the wall and we wanted a largely flat wall, so we've built it out some more, padded it out, patched it up, filled it in, and the fillers had 3 days to dry, so hopefully it's dry enough to sand and then do a bit of a clean up and then paint. I'll be able to get a little time lapse of the painting process today, provided that I get it all cleaned enough to the point and sand it ready for painting. Obviously if there's any pitting or any gaps that still need filling afterwards, then we'll have to refill and wait another few days for the filler to dry, but fingers crossed we can get some painting done today. So yeah, let's get going and see where we get to. Okay, so that's most of the sanding done to a point where it's relatively smooth. There are a few pit marks, etc. Obviously where, for instance here, there's 3 pieces of plasterboard joining. There's a few old plasterboard valves, etc. sticking through. But it's mostly relatively smooth. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and start the painting process. Because the majority of the wall should be absolutely fine, I think there will only be maybe up to 10 or so marks I will need filling and repainting afterwards, but it might be that the paint even hides some of it because the paint colour we've chosen is this anti-vest matte paint, and obviously matte paints are quite good at hiding little imperfections in walls. So I think once there's one coat on there we'll have a better idea of how it's going to look with or without filling any little indents, pop marks, etc. So another job I've got is an old light switch, and there's a double socket that needs filling. Everything's a bit of a mess because there's dust and filler and paint everywhere. But yeah, so I think what I'm going to do first is get this light switch finished to a point where the filler can set overnight or for the next few days, and then I'll get started with painting. I started painting and completely forgot to get the camera rolling, so that's where we are. Just started. Let's get another time lapse going. Okay, so that's the beginnings of the painted wall. Obviously it's blotchy at the moment because there are still wet and dry parts. So this part up here looks lighter because it already had a white face, much like this here, but it had glossy finish, and maybe that should have been sanded down, but once it's got 2 or 3 coats on there, I don't think it will be noticeable. In the flesh, this colour is a lot darker than it looks on the tin, unless it's just where it's wet. Although, no, it's about the same. We'll see how it looks when it's dry. And obviously, as you saw, I was only using the small roller there because I was only intending to go around the corner bits where it's tricky, around the consumer unit and that beam there. And it transpired that this paint goes quite a bit further than I anticipated, so I did a bit more of the wall. Now obviously I did do a bit of a boo-boo there, and somewhere else I painted on over the line, but this whole wall's got to be repainted anyway. As you can see, there are some bits to be filled. This shelf's coming off, so that's got to be filled and painted as well. I think that will do for today. I'll let that dry for now, see how it looks, and then there's a part on the next section of the wall that needs sanding down. Not so much sanding down, but there's where there used to be a wall, there's some filler there that needs scraping off. So I'll do that before I continue the rest of the painting. But for now, time to get on with some actual work. That'll be it for today's video. Update on the office, and hopefully in 3 or 4 weeks time we'll have a nice little demo space and be able to open it up to a few visitors and potential clients, etc. Until next time, have a great day.